Hey Clashers, it is time again. We have quality of life improvements coming in the next few days, and today I'm honored to be able to showcase what exactly is going to be new. So let's start with the first point. The first one is going to go into your clan, and if you're going in there, you can see already something new. You can now search or structure all of your members within a certain order, and this order is going to be decided by most trophies, highest town hall level, and you can always pick obviously whatever you want to order them. Like you have the by role, which means leader, obviously the elder role and everything else. You have by the last activity, which is something which now can leader and co-leaders can see within the last 7 days. Otherwise you always have the thing displayed that it's actually 1 week or more. And then we have most troops donated, which is kind of interesting, and obviously probably the most hated category, which is going to be the most troops received, because all of those people out there who do not like to donate, or maybe they are just playing, who knows. But another category, which means where you can order everything by most troops received, and then you have the highest XP level. You can see as well on the left side, at the bottom side, you can see all of the icons are changing depending on whichever thing you're choosing. So highest XP level, you can see the XP level, which means, for example, on me, 74. But when you're ordering or have everything structured by trophies, then you can see the town hall level and so on. So this is going to change with that. And yeah, highest town hall, that's what we have started with, and the role we already had. So this is going to be the categories we can show all of the members sorted by. That's something cool. I really like that. It's going to be kind of cool to see, especially the activity one. If you want to lead a clan, it's going to be really useful to use, I think, seeing how active your members are, which is kind of cool. But yeah, let me know how you like that feature. And don't worry, that was not all. We're going to have another feature, which is kind of cool. And you saw that already in the beginning. All of those heroes, they look kind of different, right? At least a little bit, because you can see their HP bars. There's an additional sign next to them, an additional thing, which is like a heart. What does this mean? Well, this is now going to be a little more complicated. I tried to explain this, but pretty much the simplest way of putting it is just saying your hero has 1 additional life. This does not mean that the queen is having what is the hit points? 3,565 hit points, and now there's 1 hit point more. No, I mean the life regarding your attacks, for example. So instead of having the 100% hit point bar, which you typically have, and after the queen took some damage, or overall your heroes took some damage, she has to restore this HP again. That's how attack works, right? For example, you're doing an attack, you lose 100% of the hit points of the warden, 50% of the queen, and so on. Then those heroes have to restore those HP again. But now this 100% bar is going to be increased to 200%. So you have pretty much 1 additional life every single, always when you have this sign next to the HP bar of your hero. What does this mean? Well, you can now way easier attack multiple times after each other. Especially those double attacks are now way easier to do. Which means you're getting into the game, you have your army cooked up, and you have already your second army cooked up already as well. Then you have to do your first attack. You just have to request a new clan castle, and then you can do the second attack right away because your army is pre-cooked. Your heroes are awake again because you have the second life, and so you can do the double attack. Which is really cool. Just obviously when you're doing multiple attacks back to back, the clan castle is still going to be a problem. But now another explanation how this exactly works. So let's say you're losing 50% of the HP of the queen. This means 50% of this additional life would be taken away, and then you have to restore that again. How long does it take to restore this extra HP? It takes the same amount of time as the regular queen, for example. So regeneration time is 42 minutes. So 1 life of the queen takes 42 minutes to regenerate, right? So the bonus life is the exact same thing. So for example, to regenerate, you have done 2 attacks, you have lost the queen twice, everything, the entire queen. This means it takes overall 84 minutes to restore the entire double life of the queen. Obviously, you can already attack after 42 minutes. You do not need to have the second life available to be able to attack. So overall, this feature, I really like it. I hope I was somehow able to explain it to you. I really like that feature. I think it's really cool, especially for people who do not attack hours and hours back to back to back. Like when you are in a break, you're on work, you just have your, I don't know, like 10-minute break or whatever time you have, you want to get in like 1 or 2 quick attacks, you can now really easily do that with this additional life, which I feel like is a really cool thing. For the next feature, we have to go to the settings. And you can see it already right away. We have now the possibility of deciding the exact amount of sound we want to have with music and obviously with the sound effects, which is pretty cool. I like that, that you can really choose how loud or like not loud you want to have the music, or if you want to have it turned on or not at all. So that's still an option. Before that, we only had the option of turning it on or turning it off. Now you really have the option of like making it louder and louder and louder and even more loud. So really easy to choose. I would just turn it off again, by the way. So yeah, it's really up to you, which I think is really cool feature, and I like that. Another thing is going to be balance changes. And the first troop which is receiving a balance change might be surprising, but it is the Electro Dragons. And to be honest, it shouldn't be that surprising because, oh my goodness, Electro Dragons were bad, really bad. Like, whoever thinks Electro Dragons right now are good has probably never ever played other troops in the game, because Electro Dragons are just probably one of the worst troops right now in the game. So they're going to get a buff. The buff means their movement speed is going to be increased. So far, the movement speed of those Electro Dragons was 1.5 tiles per second. Now this is going to be increased to 1.6 tiles. And if you not think that's 0.1 tile per second, that's nothing. Well, trust me, it's way quicker than you might think. So I think it's going to be a nice buff for Electro Dragons, so they can challenge the Super Dragons and the Dragons and Dragon Riders. So they have like a, I don't know, maybe they're getting back to life, because so far those other dragons are just so much stronger than the Electro Dragons that they need some love. Okay, so that's the first thing which is going to get changed. The next one is going to be the siege machines. There's a couple of changes. The first one is going to go for the battle blimp. You can see it already. If you have all of the numbers in your head, you might see it already. But what is going to be changed is the damage when destroyed. So far, the level distribution was on level 1, the battle blimp is going to deal this is now the old numbers. Before the balance changes, the old numbers of the battle blimp is level 1, 1000 damage. Level 2, 1200 damage. Level 3, 1400 damage. And level 4 is 1400 damage as well. This is now going to be reduced. So this is a nerf to the battle blimp, which means now it's going to be 700 damage on the first level, 800, then 900, then 1000. This is why you can see the 1000 hit, or like the 1000 damage when getting destroyed for level 4. This is going to be the new number. And I feel like especially for Yeti blimps, it's going to be quite a, not a big, but it's a nice nerf, because we all know the battle blimp is just so strong. Like, it's the by far strongest, the by far most used siege machine in the game. And I think with that, Supercell's nerfing it just a little bit. I think that's fair. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be nice that maybe there's more variety in the siege machines. And with more variety, we have to talk about the siege machine, which so far was broken. Not broken because it was too good. Yeah, it was on the stronger end, but broken because it was technically not working. It was not working because it was just way too random. So the Flame Flanger sometimes shot a building which was behind another building. So it skipped defenses, which led to, I don't know, the Flame Flanger just running or walking into the range of defenses, which should have easily be outranged of the siege machine, which was obviously like a huge problem. So this is going to be changed. This is hopefully going to be fixed. And there's a couple of other changes coming as well, where the siege machine is getting a small rework. So for example, it's now dealing more damage with every single like shots, with the shots which are coming in. But at the same time, the lifetime is going to be reduced. The damage radius is going to be changed a little bit. So there's a couple of adjustments coming, which I feel like is not going to change the identity of the siege at all. Like, pretty much for the regular user, nothing is really changing. They have like rephrased a couple of things, but the big main thing for the Flame Flanger is just that it's less random and it's staying 8 seconds less alive. So the lifetime is going to be reduced from 125 from 125 seconds to 117 seconds. This is going to be the change as well, so a small nerf over there. But overall, power-wise, I feel like it's going to be around about the same, but it's less random, which obviously is a huge thing. So I'm really looking forward to see how those changes are going to affect everything. But those were the three Balance changes, as I've said, this is like an update, but at the same time it's a really small one. It is not one of the 4 main updates of the year. And yeah, let me know how you like those changes. I have to say, the one bonus life for the heroes is really, really cool. I really like that. I really hope that in the future, if you're boosting your army, the client cast is going to be boosted with that together. That would be really cool in my opinion. Otherwise, I like those changes. There's a couple of small other changes coming. Like for example, for the gold pass, if you have a new gold pass season and you want to donate with the 1 gem donation and you don't have it just active yet, you're going to get a notification to save some gems, which is kind of cool. But there's a couple of small things still coming. But if you want to read the entire patch notes, feel free to do so. Those were the biggest changes out of all of them. And I hope the changes are going to come soon. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.